These lines on the map show the areas that your planets are on the angles. Your planets are stronger when they're on the angles. In the scoring window, you can easily compare many cities to see how close they are to your planet lines. Scoring shows you a bar graph of planet strengths. The longer the bar for a planet, the closer that location is to your planet line. Horizons provides several geographical lists from which you can add or delete cities. You can also create your own list, which we'll do later in the tutorial. First, let's add a city to this list. We'll add Mount Shasta, California. Click the Add City button. Type the city name and the state. Usually Horizons finds the city for you and you can select it from the drop-down list. If it does not appear in the drop-down list, click the atlas and find it there. If you want the city to display on the map, you can check the Add to Map box. Click Add to add this city to the list. We are done adding cities, so we'll close this dialog. Mount Shasta now appears in alphabetical order in the city list. You can click the Next button to cycle through the cities to see the planet strengths. Another way to compare cities is to use Group by Planet. This option shows all cities and cycles through each planet. You can also go to the Select Planets tab to select a particular planet and see the cities with that planet. Next, we'll create a new list. Go to the Select Cities tab and click the Edit Lists button. Here you see all the current lists. You can add a list, delete a list, copy the list contents to a new list, or rename the list. Click the Add button to add a new list. We will add a list of places where we have business contacts. Click Accept to add the list. Click the drop-down arrow and select the list you created, and use the Add City button to add cities to the list. We'll add Tampa, Florida, and select it from the drop-down list. Click Add, Spokane, Washington. Select it from the drop-down list and click Add, and Bangor, Maine, and select it from the drop-down list. And click Add and Close. You can cycle through these cities clicking the Next button to compare planet strengths. The last tab in the scoring window is Edit Orbs. Here you tell Horizons how far from the location to search for planets. Notice that the orb is specified in degrees, where 1 degree is about 70 land miles. You can also change the graph so that the highest scoring planet is set to 100% and the others are proportional to it. In this tutorial, we learned about the scoring window. In the Select Cities tab, you can edit lists, add and delete cities, see a graph of planet strengths for each city, and you can also group by planet to see a list of cities for that particular planet. In the Select Planets tab, you can choose a particular planet, Mercury, for example, to see the list of cities for that planet. And finally, in the Edit Orbs tab, you tell Horizons how far from the selected location to look for planets. And you can also set the strength for the high score to 100%.